Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Karma! Today we're kicking off a brand new series, When People Messed with the Wrong Cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in.
I'm clear, 188,
Pit, roll.
On the evening of February 3rd, 2025, Trooper Dylan Evans was monitoring traffic when he spotted an orange and black Dodge Charger speeding down the highway.
Final stop location, we're just over there.
His radar clocked the vehicle at 83 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. Evans quickly caught up and initiated a traffic stop.
Trooper Evans, Arkansas State Police, I'm out with you for your speed. Got you at 83 miles per hour when you're coming at me. Have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
The driver, identified as Brandon Williams, initially appeared cooperative but soon became unresponsive. As Trooper Evans moved to check the license plate, Williams suddenly sped off, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
We're at 140, passenger 83.
TBI.
Evans performed a successful TBI maneuver, forcing the Charger to a stop. Another patrol car blocked it from behind, effectively trapping the suspect. Before surrendering, Williams tossed a Ziploc bag out the window, which was later recovered and found to contain approximately 90 grams of marijuana. He was taken into custody without further resistance. On July 12, 2018, Florence County deputies attempted to stop 22-year-old Brittany Nicole Jeffs for a traffic violation. She initially pulled into a parking lot where a male passenger exited and was arrested, but Jeffs suddenly sped off, leading deputies on a dangerous pursuit. She veered off-road, crashed through a fence at an RV business, then returned to the roadway. Despite nearly being boxed in, she forced her way through and continued into a residential area, plowing through backyards and nearly flipping her SUV. The chase ended when a deputy struck her vehicle, causing it to roll several times. Jeffs was ejected and taken to a hospital. After recovering, she faced multiple charges for her reckless actions. On July 4th, 2022, Officer Jordan Barker observed a BMW speeding at 91 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone on Interstate 20. During the chase, Fan pushed his BMW to more than 130 miles per hour, weaving dangerously across lanes, cutting off multiple drivers, and even making provocative gestures at pursuing officers. As the pursuit neared the Chapel Hill area, officers executed a tactical maneuver that forced the BMW into a controlled stop. Fayain exited the vehicle and was swiftly secured in handcuffs. A subsequent search of the car revealed incriminating evidence. He was transported to the Douglas County Jail, where he now faces multiple charges stemming from his reckless and hazardous actions on the road. On December 4th, 2020, an Arkansas state trooper initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle with its windows completely covered in black paint. As the officer approached the passenger side, the driver unexpectedly accelerated, sparking a high-speed pursuit. Trooper Ray quickly responded by executing a pit maneuver, forcing the vehicle off the road. However, the driver regained control and dangerously re-entered the interstate, now driving against oncoming traffic.
Okay, we're coming. Now, did you say you losing a guy or headlong from?
Yeah, lost it, yeah. We tried to stop a second ago. And he's having some issues.
In a strategic move to end the chase, officers positioned one trooper ahead on an adjacent road, preparing to block the suspect's path. Trooper Ray then placed his vehicle directly in front of the fleeing car, resulting in a head-on collision that brought the pursuit to a halt.
Get out of the vehicle! 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 Get out of the vehicle!
Despite initially resisting arrest, the suspect was eventually subdued and taken into custody. He is currently being held at the Franklin County Detention Center. On January 25th, 2024, the Florida Highway Patrol attempted to stop a Chevrolet Silverado carrying 3 occupants to investigate suspected drug possession. The driver refused to comply, leading to a high-speed pursuit. During the chase, the suspects discarded a bag containing cocaine and 3 firearms. The driver dangerously navigated along the shoulder for much of the pursuit, but with officers in close pursuit, escape was impossible. A trooper then executed a flawless TVI maneuver, disabling the vehicle and bringing the chase to an end. The 3 suspects surrendered immediately and were taken into custody, each facing armed cocaine trafficking charges. On the morning of August 14th, 2022, Trooper O'Core observed a motorcycle speeding at 109 miles per hour on I-85 near mile marker 56.
Contact.
The motorcyclist exited at Georgia 74, then turned onto Oakley Industrial Boulevard, continuing to flee. At Bohannon Road, the suspect braked hard, skidded, and attempted to turn. As Core tried to block him, the motorcycle hit his patrol vehicle, and the rider fell. Despite repeated commands, the suspect resisted. Kerr tackled him, secured his firearm, and handcuffed the man after a struggle. The rider was identified as Ajwan Kendall, who had prior arrests for reckless driving. He was taken for medical clearance and booked into Coweta County Jail. Willa Lifford jumped into a waiting black van with Amanda Bishop, 34, behind the wheel, and Andre Baker, 36, in the passenger seat. The 3 sped away, but within 10 minutes, police were in hot pursuit, reaching speeds up to 90 miles per hour.
Speed 70.
The van barreled through Ocala, cutting across southeast Marique, forcing several cars to swerve to avoid a collision. The officers stayed close, fully aware that one wrong move could lead to tragedy. It was no longer just about catching them, it was about preventing a disaster.
Just went through the red light, going northbound, southeast 44th Avenue Road. Westbound 38th Street, heading back out towards. Yeah, we'll roll over.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The chase ended when the van plunged into a pond. Willa Lifford staggered out, still holding a gun, refusing to surrender. Shots rang out shortly after. The intense pursuit closed amid mud, sirens, and the harsh reality of a violent conclusion.
Yeah, more shots fired.
St. Johns County, Florida. On June 2nd, 2025, deputies responded to a report of a suspicious person at the St. Augustine Premium Outlets.
I got a suspect here in South Francis.
Believing he was impaired, deputies pursued him onto State Road 16, where he entered oncoming traffic and nearly caused head-on collisions. To end the chase, deputies deployed stop sticks and used a Pétis maneuver, bringing the vehicle to a stop. Middleton was arrested and charged with DUI, reckless driving, fleeing and eluding, and possession of drug paraphernalia. In 2022, Arkansas State Police responded to a call about a vehicle traveling westbound in the eastbound lanes after fleeing a traffic stop for displaying fictitious tags. An officer quickly located the vehicle, triggering an immediate and decisive response. Within moments, a trooper executed a flawless Pétis maneuver, bringing the vehicle to an instant halt and ending the pursuit in under a minute. Though the driver attempted to flee on foot, he was swiftly apprehended. All three occupants were arrested and taken into custody without further incident.
I think that guy's probably central.
A high-speed chase unfolded when the driver of a Nissan was pulled over for making an improper pass and driving in the wrong lane. Just moments after the officer returned to his patrol car, the suspect suddenly sped off, triggering a dangerous pursuit. As the chase escalated, the driver's reckless behavior posed a serious risk to the public. In response, officers executed a Pétis maneuver, successfully bringing the vehicle to a stop. The suspect, a teenage driver, was immediately taken into custody.
Look what you did! Why you have to run?
In a bizarre twist, the teen began blaming the officer for the entire ordeal, an unexpected display of entitlement that left many shaking their heads.
Come on, bro.
Clayton County, Georgia. On the morning of October 1st, 2024, officers located a stolen white Nissan NV van parked near Building 29 at 681 Flint River Road. The suspect drove recklessly, running red lights, driving on the wrong side of the road, and endangering others. Two Pétis attempts failed, but after crossing North McDonough Street on Highway 138, a deputy successfully performed a Pétis maneuver, causing the vehicle to flip several times.
Alright, units, I'll be calling. Radio, we'll be 138 coming up on Government Circle.
I'm clear, 138, Governor.
Pete, roll over.
The driver, identified as A. Bates, was pulled from the vehicle, placed in handcuffs, and transported to the hospital. Her license was found to be suspended. The van contained over $40,000 worth of tools, supplies, and equipment. Bates was charged with multiple offenses including fleeing, reckless driving, possession of stolen property, and driving with a suspended license. On August 4th, 2023, in Veeder, Texas, chaos erupted when a man reported his stolen pickup truck, still towing a trailer, speeding down Interstate 10. The truck's owner had seen the suspect jump into his parked vehicle and drive off, and he wasn't willing to let it slide. It wasn't the suspect's first run-in with the law, however. He had an outstanding warrant for aggravated robbery in Sabine County. Now in custody, the suspect faces a lengthy list of charges, including aggravated theft, evading arrest, and more. On July 8, 2024, an Arkansas State trooper, while on routine patrol, observed a silver Land Rover SUV speeding at 72 miles per hour in a 50 miles per hour construction zone.
Adam 44, 1036.
For a while, the trooper believed the driver was merely looking for a safe place to stop. But when the suspect took an exit, passed a gas station, and got back on the highway, the trooper decided to end the pursuit with a TVI.
They drove.
The suspect briefly lost control, but managed to regain composure, triggering a more dangerous high-speed chase, even veering into oncoming traffic.
Other person hit.
The suspect later claimed they were trying to find a place to stop, despite already having passed multiple opportunities. They were ultimately charged with fleeing, speeding, and driving under the influence.
I was trying to get off the interstate, man.
On January 11th, 2024, the Florida Highway Patrol began a pursuit in Leon County after spotting a vehicle speeding at 92 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. Despite emergency lights being activated, the driver refused to stop, weaving recklessly through traffic and nearly crashing into a semi-truck. Due to growing safety concerns, troopers continued the chase.
I see you at the 03 eastbound. So far, every other word is putting out. You're northbound.
The driver, Monty Terrell Herring, eventually abandoned the vehicle and tried to flee on foot, but was quickly caught by troopers. A search of his vehicle uncovered methamphetamine and ammunition. Authorities also found that Herring had been driving without a valid license for an extended period.
Westbound on Hampton, and they almost lost it again. Whoever's behind me, take over.
On April 20th, 2023, Glendale police were patrolling the area when they spotted a vehicle suspected to be stolen. Officers activated their emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, but instead of complying, the driver accelerated and fled, immediately escalating the situation.
Westbound on Green Tree, westbound on Green Tree. I have 3 occupants, 4 occupants, females. We are southbound Green Bay, going back up to Silver Spring House. Female driver, looks like 4 occupants. Traffic is light. Speeds are 75. Speeds are 80. Southbound Green Bay, passing Brentwood. Adam Charles out of 9266, dark sedan, wanted for reckless driving. Great hit. To be there, please. Good sticks from 762. We are bound. Southbound Green Bay, coming up to Flores. Once again, vehicle wanted for reckless driving, high speeds.
The suspect repeatedly changed speeds and drove with extreme recklessness, only adding to the seriousness of his actions. His erratic behavior created a dangerous situation for everyone on the road, forcing officers to consider more assertive tactics to bring the pursuit to an end. With the chase intensifying, the question became clear. What strategy would police use to stop him safely?
Another good hit, another good hit. Good sticks. Stars. Right here. Traffic roads are damp. Left tires are shredding. We are slowing. Looks like we are going to go westbound on Hampton, and they almost lost it again. Whoever's behind me, take over.
Officers then deployed spike strips, successfully shredding the vehicle's tires. Even so, the suspect refused to stop, though his reduced speed created the perfect opportunity for police to move in. Seizing the moment, they executed a pit maneuver to finally bring the chase to an end.
Northbound on Green Bay. It's got both bus rides are going on the road.
16 to 66, is that you by me?
Seeing that the vehicle was badly disabled, the suspect and his accomplices bailed out and fled on foot. Officers immediately gave chase, and with the assistance of bricks, a police K9, they were able to apprehend 2 of the individuals. The pursuit, however, continued as police chased after the remaining suspect.
On January 4th, 2025, a white pickup truck was observed speeding at 76 miles per hour in a 50 miles per hour construction zone on Interstate 10. The driver, David Lee Bell, fled after being signaled to stop, violating multiple traffic laws including running red lights and driving recklessly, nearly causing a head-on collision, and pursuit ensued. The suspect was weaving through residential areas, not sure if that was his planned route or if he was desperately trying to find a way out. After making his way out of the residential area, the suspect began driving in the wrong lane, nearly causing a head-on collision. That was the moment the trooper realized this chase had to be stopped as soon as possible to prevent a serious crash. The chase ended when the truck collided with a utility pole. Bell and his passenger fled on foot but were quickly apprehended. Bell showed signs of impairment, including slurred speech and a strong odor of alcohol, and refused a breathalyzer test. His license was suspended and he had prior convictions for similar offenses. Bell was charged with fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, DUI, refusal to submit to a DUI test, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license.
On July 16, 2024, Clayton County Sheriff's deputies were patrolling Tara Boulevard when they spotted a 2011 Chevrolet Impala with Georgia plates making a reckless lane change. When Sergeant Lamb attempted to pull the vehicle over, the driver sped off, igniting a high-speed chase.
We'll be going northbound. It's gonna be a white Impala. Speeds will be 105 right now. Coming up to North Avenue. Jones Road, 607. 1640, I'm gonna pick it up. Top one. Boulevard from Highway 138. Taking a right on North Ave. A right on North Ave from South Boulevard. Eastbound on South Boulevard. Speed 42.
The Impala raced at over 70 miles per hour, disregarding all traffic signals and narrowly avoiding collisions. Sergeant Isaac executed precise pit maneuvers, but the driver managed to regain control and continued the dangerous flight.
One tire damage has been Southern Drive. Eastbound on 38. And like a he recovered. Northbound, don't go hold from Highway 138. Northbound, don't go hold from 138. Hey, watch out. Let me get him again. Watch out. It's like storage. Don't go home.
After two successful pit maneuvers, the car crashed into a fence and a brick sign, bringing the chase to an end. The driver, identified as James Lee Mason, was safely apprehended without injuries and taken to the county jail to face charges for his actions. On February 13th, 2023, Effingham County police officers observed a purple Saturn traveling recklessly along U.S. Highway 80. The driver repeatedly crossed lanes, made turns without signaling, and ignored police stop signals, escalating the situation.
Open your door and step out. Keep taking off. River Road, across the railroad tracks. Go ahead and stop looking at them.
The vehicle sped recklessly, traveling the wrong way, crossing fog lines and weaving between cars. Officers attempted multiple pit maneuvers, but the driver continued to evade capture, waving his arms defiantly. His blatant disregard for the law would ultimately have consequences. After several collisions, officers deployed a taser to subdue the driver and safely handcuffed him. The incident concluded with a stark reminder: disregard for the law and one's own safety carries serious consequences. The driver was later sentenced to 20 years in prison for related charges.
A7 is cleared for emergency. We have a 1080.
Later say she agreed to do that.
Left on Canterbury.
Right on. Straight to the stop sign, stop sign.
At first, the suspect kept it slow, but as the chase progressed, his speed climbed fast, hitting over 120 miles per hour. But no matter how fast he pushed it, trooper beams stayed locked and never letting him out of sight.
All right, let me continue straight to the stop sign, going toward Grenade.
With a speed bike, motorcycle, white male driver, shorts, pink shirt, and a helmet. All Cleveland coming past Tinkata. Clear on red light.
Straight across into Grenade.
Clear straight across into going back toward North Main.
Right on, Elrod, 22 go ahead.
Another patrol unit joined the pursuit, attempting to get ahead and box the biker in, but the suspect wasn't having it, dodging every move and refusing to be cornered. Trying to cut the angle, the biker drove over the grass but lost control and went down. Corporal Beam was right there, and you can bet he had a few choice words ready for him.
You got me, dude. You goddamn right we got you. Roll on. Stupid. God.
All you have to do is stop.
Idiot. Give me your hand. Tactical funnel. That's how you do it.
Thank you. Shut the up, man. Stop talking. Shut up, man.
God, you're an idiot, man.
You're a dude, and you can't ride for shit. Yeah, no. Why don't you just stop, dude?
I'm afraid, man.
You had your tag tucked. All I was going to do was tell you to pull it down.
Yeah. Afraid of what?
Deputies took the suspect, Randolph Galloway, into custody without further incident. He admitted to tucking his tag and running because his license was suspended, and he didn't want to go to jail. Signs of impairment led to further investigation, and Galloway was eventually transported to the Habersham County Jail. His motorcycle was impounded, and he was hit with a felony warrant for fleeing and attempting to elude.
In the next incident, another suspect forced police to carry out multiple pit maneuvers before they were finally able to stop the suspect's vehicle. On February 28, 2023, at around 10:06 p.m., Trooper Stiles was alerted that Henry County Police were pursuing a stolen blue Hyundai Tucson northbound on Interstate 75. Trooper Stiles positioned ahead near mile marker 228. As the suspect vehicle approached at high speed, Trooper Stiles merged onto the interstate, activated his lights and siren, and took over the pursuit when the driver refused to stop, fleeing recklessly. During the pursuit, the suspect drove at high speeds, weaving through traffic without signaling and using all lanes to evade capture. The suspect also deliberately slammed the brakes to cause a collision and swerved toward Trooper Styles' marked patrol vehicle as he attempted to close the distance. Recognizing the suspect's reckless actions posed a serious danger to the public, Trooper Styles planned to perform a pit maneuver to end the pursuit. However, current conditions were not yet safe to do so. Trooper Styles continued pursuing, waiting for the right opportunity. The pursuit continued northbound into Fulton County, passing CW Grant Parkway. Seizing the right opportunity, Trooper Styles moved in and performed a pit maneuver. The suspect's vehicle spun counterclockwise, struck the concrete center divider, and became disabled on the right shoulder of Interstate 75. Trooper Styles repositioned his patrol car and, along with Officer Patton and Officer Pina of the Henry County Police Department, conducted a felony stop. The driver, later identified as 18-year-old Demeen McCauley, was taken into custody without further incident.
Stand the fuck up! Get up! You fucking stupid! Fucking idiot! Put the car apart!
In August 2024, a joint DEA and Michigan police raid took a dangerous turn. As the suspect vehicle pulled into a parking lot, officers closed in, but in a shocking move, the driver tried to flee, slamming into 2 police cars blocking the exit. No one expected the escape to start with such violent force.
On that Hollywood Street.
Northbound, he just took a westbound shot to the alley.
The driver tore through multiple roads at dangerously high speeds, recklessly endangering everyone in his path. As the situation spiraled out of control, police attempted a pit maneuver, but it failed. The driver regained control and kept fleeing. But moments later, something unexpected brought the chase to a shocking turn.
Service drive and chopping.
After the failed pit attempt, the driver grew even more reckless, racing through streets at top speed, pushing every limit. But as the car hit a crowded road, rain poured down, blurring visibility. In the chaos, police lost sight of the vehicle. But moments later, a heartbreaking scene would bring the chase to a tragic end.
Crossing traffic, getting on northbound 75.
75.
Hey, 183, we got a supervisor my right now. That's my
After losing sight of the vehicle, police called in assistance to continue the search. But hours passed with no sign of the car. The driver had vanished without a trace, forcing authorities to end the pursuit. His escape may be temporary, but the law never sleeps. Sooner or later, he will answer for what he's done.
At around 11:55 p.m. on September 19th, 2025, Trooper Jacobs and Trooper Parada were alerted to a vehicle fleeing from Alexander Police. The suspect's car, a black Nissan Juke, was headed eastbound on Interstate 30 near the South Interchange. Both troopers quickly located the pursuit and joined in, with Trooper Jacobs taking the lead position as speeds pushed past 100 miles per hour.
ABK82Y, ABK82Y.
Still 30 east. Approach 139. Let's go.
What is that? I'm checking I'll call it. 139. Car's corrected, going back on the road. We're taking the 139 now. Speed's about 60, that looks right. Coming up on the road, we're taking a left. TDI.
Show me your hand! Show me your hand! Show me your hand! Hands! 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 Show me your fucking hands! Crossfire! Crossfire! Show me your hands! Show me your hands now! Show me your hands! Crossfire! Hands! Okay. Get out! Put your face on the ground! Do it now! Put your face on the ground!
After the first pit attempt failed, the suspect headed westbound on Roosevelt Road. Once the vehicle passed under the overpass, Trooper Jacobs repositioned and executed a second pit. This time, the suspect's car spun out. Trooper Parada then successfully pinned the vehicle against a brick wall, preventing any further movement. The suspect broke down in tears, complied with commands, and was removed from the car before being taken into custody without further incident.
Hey, buddy, you're an idiot. Oh, right, so your mom and your kids. You don't have to be so rough.
In the next incident, a driver tried to outrun the police at high speed, but he quickly realized he was no match for the officers.
Clear, clear.
Drive still forward. Have it on.
On the evening of April 23rd, 2025, Trooper Linkus of the Arkansas Interstate Criminal Patrol responded to a pursuit involving a black Dodge Dart attempting to flee from law enforcement. When Trooper Linkus arrived on the scene, several officers were already engaged in the chase. He quickly took the lead position and began pursuing the vehicle.
Ridge Road, coming up Ridge Road, westbound on Dover. Still bridge checking, still bridge checking. North on Ridge Road, north on Ridge Road. West on Mountain.
1340 miles primary. Turning on the Briar Cliff. Texas, Frank Boy, Tom 4105. It's a black Dodge Dart. TVI'd it, but he drove back out of it. He's driving through yards.
A few minutes later, Trooper Linkus executed a tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin counterclockwise and crash into a nearby parking lot. However, the suspect regained control of the vehicle and began fleeing in the opposite direction.
Advise the other units to get out of the way and I'll get up here and end it. Middle cop, this is me right here behind you.
I'm gonna stay right, you go left.
Back rummer.
Top 6 are Richmond Balfour. Top 6 are Richmond Balfour. Doors on Plymouth, back to the interstate. Back to the interstate.
Shortly after, Trooper Linkus executed another tactical vehicle intervention, causing the suspect's vehicle to crash into a guardrail and come to a stop next to a drainage ditch. Trooper Middlecoff quickly positioned his vehicle to block the suspect's vehicle. The driver then jumped into the front passenger seat and claimed to be a passenger. However, officers confirmed there were no other individuals in the vehicle. The driver was subsequently taken into custody without further incident.
That dude wasn't driving, I think. I don't know, I slammed on my damn brakes and hold on. Yeah, I didn't see it. You see somebody going with it? We got everybody. Ready to go. That dude wasn't driving, I think. Stand by.
Copy that. 2312 to dispatch. We've got him going southbound.
Rescued. The incident marked the conclusion of a violent and tragic case involving multiple felonies and the endangerment of an innocent child.
Detail plan.
Get behind hard cover! Get behind hard cover!
Got out.
Put your hands up!
I'm pretty sure. I heard it. Yeah, so did you see the gun in there? No, he was on his phone. I could see him on his phone. Then he put his phone down, and then I heard that shot. It was like pretty close.
Okay, shield. All right. Shield. Why don't you run a shield team with a rifle?
Hey.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Hands up!
Got traffic on the side.
Yep.
Hands up!
Need to get somebody to stop traffic northbound.
Put your hands up!
I felt kind of stupid.